Whoa, Yasabe, Damunamase, Yenuanama Dikai, Abedi Jumasrum Kudama. We told you and we promised you, say, election headquarters, Kokromoti Power, and one hand say, Osha, Kwasiada and Yumre, and Yasha, Siena Fa, Ghana Mampin, Bra, or Casachiri Yenano, or Nidin Komakama Kamasai, Diatua Musa, a Fiamankwa, Ampo for J, or Sabonshu, or Nina Horse, the Abba, and Yaba, Yakan saying, Miami Yabam ABY and a diamond, only in Idabedisa, a young pension. A brass social told you, dear, Yatudin say, Kokromoti Power, election headquarters, Gentia to this and say, don't one have a press, Amba Bruce, Nisa, Nebum, a Trusse, a Mema and Kunji Ghana, election headquarters, and Album, Assembly Crojin, Yelfa, Bibia, and from Yemen Quanam Tia, Minimiaba, and not Chiwaba, ya crado. Say, free Sabri copem say, what they bet me, you know, Babaji and Atwasono. Yene wo ko ne akyerɛkyerɛ mu sɛ de nsɛm ne nyina sitie pɛpɛpɛ ne asɛ nya animdiafo ne aboafo a wono bɛsa ne yɛn adi nkɔmɔ kama ɛwa adi nkyerɛmu ahodo nyina asaba ne asa gibre yɛnyɛ yɛse wɔ ha yɛte yɛse mu ne yɛhu sɛ de yɛ kan ɛnokora na yɛasa akɔ mpɛsoa ne so nyina 275 every corner every ɛyɛ tokuro bia mu yɛwuram ne agi information ne de abrɛw ɛwa no sɛ ɛyɛ Kokromoti Power your election headquarters. Anochiwaba, looking extremely beautiful and gorgeous. This is multimedia for you. This is election headquarters. Now, Shome, now say Kakrache and Nekache said, "Dear Dunu, Onyame the Ghana about do this time there. And just the next 4 hours, there. Bibi a dear dance here say, Bibi abeko bojo, Bibi abeko bro, kama, edema. Why if you
Mission. Mission, I see a dear Chiesian one with the animal. Yes, yes, yeah, but Tomo. You buy a who say, Anya she crano, and who see a city of whom, a Martha Daroma. No, Chile say, you say, never funny say now. And a beginning is off from Musa, Baby. Now, Usha, and to say, and what's empty saying? Oh, my auntie Mukakra, and then I make time I shine a report. Na waka first time voters as na because me so kwa me a first time voter. Wow. No munyi na sere me. Wow. Me to abada. And then dey di kan amato aba. Oh, good. And then dey di kan amato aba. But baby you free ba na o drive na utie all our onlines ni o say tie ye nyuma hodo ni nyina no. Na o susu say enioma e kose nipa on keka say de you can say easy for so di omudwuma ni de ekose na uteti ahwe ukoto baby asante no say de sia comport here say de na ti say oh so far na me ka on say sabre nyina covid-19 na beso ye so ama ye nsem ahodo pinti no na me dwene ho pa say sabre ya covid-19 aba beso ye so yi ade ba kwa na me particular na me hwe pa safety protocols no so far maybe drew ho me who say Veronica Bucket as usual si ho wa ohoro won sa na check your temperature and sa na we a wakọ o do ID card no akere ade ba ko so na me di akire pa ye centrofo ene won mo a bibi nti wodin entumi ankwa ankopie ye special voting list and as a register ni mama ye entumi anto aba no on say isi be ka kire ye say brand no akoto aba odu wa and one say we dey wo ID and say ye accreditation no dey man ne be kire ampa me drew ho because me ana time o ya we me kakra I had to go to Kumasi na masanyaba. Eti me drew ya na me de my ID card. So say, oh sir, ene braha, ene ntempa, me any 2 minutes kra. And me to maba. Bibia na me kwamu. Bibia ye kama. Baby akọ gina ya na ahwe na oto aba na bambo ho nsem te sen. Ho no so far metumi aka say bibia da na kwamu. Bibia da na kwamu. Ade ba kwa manage ye ne say wo ba ene wo kọ ka wo be fro. Omu nyina sa asante mantemu a nhira. And oh, nyina 80. Whoa. One more nya da je so. Very good. Insira FM na wonu 80. 80 na wo hunu se sa pepepe nte u pe bibi papa no ati ahye se de besi akwa abato ne nsem nyina besi akwa no hunu se eye Kokromoti Power. All right. Election. Well, my main cow say a higher election headquarters Kokromoti Power. Quickly, yansana ye beda mpenfo no bedi nkomo awie ye be call eye nua prince honum na baby ogina no ono mo maboy amane na metuma ne na anochwa so otuma ne no na say watima boy nkomo yiba prince ya ma wo ha na ye dasi pi say waba election headquarters Kokromoti Power hefa na ogina ede airport na ekoso ede na ohunu nya de obi ka kire wo na mom de ohunu ne de wote no ne say ne pepepe na pese eti awie. Hello Prince Otiminka.
well the prince in tea and kai betimi atwa enkomo no so anu say na ansakwa na ebia mada abatwa ti de na uka na mo anu si preku na afia ntimu se ni say enti de na o say e fe no so obi etie Israel FM Israel FM no so yen multimedia you know enia ba ko pa okuma so no enti Israel ana love pampi ye gina mo ho no okay so quickly asanko na prince ni Adwo Asafo Adwo Asafo ankasa sisi aba dom kwa benya asem ne kai prince o timi nka pacho to asoma me
to my banana come and kunim di embra.
Okay, I want to dictate if you have problem be on lodge edema.
So far bibia e account nti e bon pa say asumdue embra o man nimu na kunim di enya MPP dia.
Confidentially what me come say I don't gas 80 ma the captain we send here.
Captain say adwuma ene ye nti ya ye adwuma tinkunimdie enso beba ene se wahu me nti adwuma no ena na eguso aye no
captain yeah honorable
They walk rounds here to about observation is saying.
Yo, Edikanu yeba da yenda twede amponyame say wama eneda abeto ye nyina na so far so good makọ rounds bibia ye peaceful obi akoto na ba na wakọ nfie safety protocols no so obi edisu fefefe I mean observing the your friend is saying social distance no when we say most of the places are not packed and don't know so far it has been peaceful and then we are observing the protocol so we thank God. Pachame to Ablaje opposite Walda 3. Oh, so far security men omunyina okay, they are collaborating, but the only problem is say because one particular polling station you know before then no the IGP came to assure all of us say because there were issues raised by the other parties. They say most of the guys that are going to be there security men no they are vigilantism group no into no.
Na chere se eye dome kwabenya nkomo ene kodi ye no incumbent MP Mame Sarah Adwo Asafo on the to na ba we hu sanso ono no or run on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party and afa Eli Klim Akrugu enso ejina wandisi amanyoko no edimo ene wo mo chere se niam ne de ekoso kama pai wo ho sa pepepe ne nyina ye hwe sanse ni nyina akiri no de ekowia ne se uri kokromoti no ekọ na akọkire wo power wi a no adwene Ghana ho sansa sumdue ho nsam de ehia pa anti se hono makoka ma na chese eno ana ye bɔ kompaye se yensa betumi aka fe ye ma na yenhwe yenya analysis kakra ewa ha sei na ne yedi do me kwa benya nkomo edi na ze me friase afri eye enkrampupuni mantem ha sei na afa ya hwe do me kwa benya so enkomo kakra ewo ehonom enti se oba do me kwa benya na yenhwe eye parliamentary ehonom ene ye bekosan se mrahye bedwafo na ho nkomo enana yedi enti wo mo abai de na se wo se yedi wo mo ho nkomo so ewa ha sei na yetumi hwe bebi asusu ade bode ho no ebefa ye boye ho modern
asatuaba edi ye kojina dom kwa benya na hwe figures ye ma meka wo se empemfo so atena se whilst for the ebe ko 1-2 bi na hwe trend na akoso ho no ma no ko hwa obeka se bia honom ne MPP amanyoku no wona konya wona ji woteso de bia da ho so de market ya ma MPP amanyoku no asem ne se ebiri bia da ho yire tan by social to say difference to say in two behwema from 1992 be pem na no area me no ka say abato on said yes akọ honom na ho asem to say obehwe so a MPP mu ankasa biri bia da won be call primary say won be yi obi agina sa eye mpesua so no yire tan yi na eye adwoi chajo asafo na wotimi edi nkunim na afi die kwa de ma odi edi kan no na emu odi yi one Ghana yinsia na emu a owo India eye area eye okwe junior and ekosi saka internal fight no ansa na won eba begina one akurugu eye eleplem enso Asia kan eze akurugu no on the ticket of NDC and afi eye adwo asafo so obi anim say New Patriotic Party ma me man pay for kwa Reverend there o ka say ne ye be cheni dim say hwan na say won so no ni Ghana ye nkomododo na ye di ajimeche Reverend Kwabno opuni from Pon Rev akwaba na eni kwa say me kasa pi ene ubeye nchiremu bi ni edise bi ama mewie ama ma nso mati ko bi a mo so Christopher ku a modi mani di amanyo semachi ene Ghana ye keba mi kebi nachi first time yana
you ama makwaba de ma menye so
ya sa wo beto on come on so no ma me ma Dr. Isaac Owusumensa so mu ye mate ana
yeah first degree na mate you really go on 97 first degree
political science
yes.
Oh, I see. 97.
Yes.
But no, extra there or Lego, me extra there okay university.
I see. So political science department.
Yes.
And okay, Mawina Kwaba.
Yeah.
Ekwon the same, Dedikan.
Oh, Alliance for Christian Advocacy Africa.
Okay.
Now,
recognized by Ghana Electoral Commission.
Oh yeah. Yes, my accreditation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, a software, a constituency in which say yeah, na mena may coordinate. Mena me that one. Ano.
Okay.
Ubi sa say ni edi kan eni. Ya ye bi Christian Council say mfie bebre ye to aba. Ba ne ye say a software ye no de e danso kakra. Ebi wa Christian Council mpanifo pa no. Say General Secretary say na wo ye bi. Ebi won so any Codeo other civil society group. But say ne person ye say ye software no anye nto ye ho so. Ko eni nipa na e wo community no mu. Ni eni wo mo ya bom paye ni nyina ahwie no wo mo sala ne ye nkọ ho nti enkrofo no bi wo polling station no pay ya kosi se resource me bom beto aso akọ polling station head office ho bi be call regional me say strong room by next strong room bi any baby abio but me so meko ho.
So specifically what na mo pese mu? Dey na pese mu.
Nia ye e bi university lecturers e bi software e bi other professionals na ya ka ye ho abom but na ye ha ye pa ne say inye Ghana hanko in fact you will be Angola you onkrofo or DR Congo you will be Rwanda and other Africa countries say uhwe Africa continent here Christo sumbe bia Ghana ha radio so TV so but ye hwe continent so a ohia do so a eye continent and to kwaye abato yi na age nsem a eye ha nti nka wo ye grafa ka se nka Christo sumo kosoro no kese se ohia kofom kese se patapa mempene ma twituo ke kofom ba ye de asen sorry ne mpai bodos no
so
ebrekro no na nsem basabasa ohia ekom nti ye feel say we need to close the gap nti ye wie cathedral ho asori nyina echi no. Now the question is, how do you bring the church to the market? How do you bring the church into society? Nti say no say e to aba entra so dem ho say e bom paye amasumdwebra ba momfa mo hunyim.
But that's what I was going to ask because you say so for bom paye we wo do nyame akwankyira to asori for so ne afei we wie no achi ade am important.
Na say koho because nipa na e wo ho no nipa na wa saw them no na ejina MP ni presidential omo na eto ab omo na ye police ni prison officers omo na ye yisifo ye na omo na tia saw them nti to a omo wo ho na de kro na omo ye no kohwe wo nti e babio na safe amfie na ye to aba sabi yo sane awudi kan ka samomo haise Kokromoti Power mo headquarters nyane a obi kan keke but once so you have journey with the people menemu na ekoye me huni amoye ya na ye ne enye no nti durumre bi ne ye ka ho asem a me sofo no nso me di me hun fa anwen bi gina ho hwe ya mo kan no se me tufu ana me ye bibia kampai bo ho a metumi ye ma efe sense ye wie na sofo tif aso dem na what chance and come.
Okay, then the first question to coalition or an association will be that the key component of what you're about to me electoral commission. Baby, I'm not tell coalition and then the Mako who need the Mako approval, Matitino, who should electoral commission for one up to this time 132. I am so.
You, my main concern, me yinia yetiti a ukaya. Yisi no aye eminent persons committee meka ho na efi last year October IPAC bia political parties na ye bia no matenem enti me hompo na me hwafi
so intokone challenges akoso nyina what be
me ho bi in fact registration ye call about 175 polling station ye nkro for eke nti me banda hinkro ni esi na me osunyane enti kumase de aboabo nti sane awose wo de won tra ha ma obi nkote me kanchero sa bi na yeye na wo hwe bra ye betwere din no a sane krom hasesan kakra demonstrations crab ebi ko court na covid nso abehye a na wo hwe covid ni ne ekoso wankrofo akroso Spain America ne ade a ye se ye betwere din no nse na ehu kakra na wo hwe sane yetimi aye voter register be do say ya in fact last two IPAC meeting I call ye electoral NDC ni MPP se bibi wo ho a wo ma adwen hia wo ho na efe wo dem ho a na eyesade nti se na wo hwe voter register na because bibi abato aba na de basa ba ye register no ba ho hwe ho se ya asa yisi no nyame adinkunim akoma toyem wo ho enna yakoduru ho awie no obu a ose me de me nsatimu a yese me din nim we se no ma ye ne se ukona do nsatim na verification anya yi a wanim facial recognition timi hwe wanim nso so anya yi a manual no kromo wo mu mienu se wo card na yetimi de hwehwe ma e card ne hwehwe na nyina anya yi a ye ma form nti se obi koduru ho sa ye ma ne nto aba no afia de yi emma enna security agencies no nso aya de no nyina nso wo yisi no mu kan no behwe emom ye nyanwie nti ha de kan ye ntoebo but we behwe wesimi ye national security wesimi ye vigilante na o makogu ho ne ade se police for na ma wo mo banda we ye ho ahwan na bi emmo wa embra no se wuni ho kwan but ye nyanwie ye ntoebo ase srewrade se ebeto aso sa se to aso sa bia nyame ya adoma na no so patapa no a ya na ba polling station no eno so bia na ama na ne yenya nuru ho nso ye ben ho kwan afi ye be fa so abobo aba no eno so ye meda se ye wie polling station ade ni nyina ekọ constituency kan no ke wie constituency na ni nyina ba kra ha so called a strong room no afi enye constituency results na ba akra yisi office call regions na woma ko kan ni nyina bibia nti yisi chair no results 16 region 16 no results na ebeba
okay reverend mo to nkomo so ba ana so ba me jere se ye mfi ye no ebeti magina so ama ma what be additional test apeso de brain na ko sa me so pese mbusa o yetimi e de nti ana so ba so ma me na me musa se dom ko benya ko ko machine so a ho nkomo no asemete sen
domi kwa benya na ese yewura se de ohwa na mabo se Ghana map no da hanom fefefe colors no ho ya ye mienu anesa na hu green ni blue bebre pa na wa na ye ba enkranpumbu ni mantem sanse honom na ye benya ye domi kwa benya domi kwa benya ni domi kwa benya piesa na afi ya hwe remahye bedwafo no wo monte ba yensa se mfiri afimpinu ene edumienu no emu That's a 2012 because I was a yakwe chikakra na yetumi ehwe se ne 2012 abato no esi ekoye ewodome kwabenya wo na afi etumi pie emaye okay ana pie wa ha sei no wohwemu a in 2012 no valid votes ya na wo ho na 99402 turnout no wo de ba ha mu chichemu na so ha mu chichemu edioson kro achi pop miensa 79.3% na ye chichemu a se de ekoye nie NPP amanyoko no ya ma me Sarah Adwasafo ejina mu wo ho no no etumi puli ma no 63373 na se obubu sisi a de ba ha mu nchemu no a ha mu nchemu aduosia miensa chipo enwotre 63.8%. Sabra no sofia ekwaku ena ejina ye ono etimi puli 35356 votes na so ha mu nchemu no aduasanum achipo ensia na yenhwe se de trend no esi etia wo ho oba trend a de ma free 2004 de kopem 2016 2020 de fe ne yeto nti no yentumi ni emunkomo pisa na ahwe ho no mo a presidential no wetimu se free 2004 2008 and 2012 ni nyina na ye koma NPP amanyuku presidential
2004
2008 2012 nese eko edema NPP amanyuku but parliamentary no free 2004 ekopim 2006 nese recent one year to fufuru ye no ni nyina akọ ema ye NPP amanyuku we can confidently say in 2016 domo kwabenya photo skirt and blouse because presidential no eko ema NDC wo mutumi nya 78.5%.
That is 2016.
2016 presidential. Yes. Sabra in 2016 nese o mampanyi Dada John Dramani Mahama ya wo se ginai ene Ghana mampanyi na Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo se de tunsane ani a mampanyi Mahama tumi puli o ha mu nchemu aduoson wo twe chipo enum 78.5%. Presidential. But parliamentary no honorable Adwasafo etumi gina 68.0. Na che so hwe skirt and blouse bi ekoso ewo 2016 dome kwabenya.
I see. Mr. Satan Zita na because then back to uncommon because I have to check now. To uncommon so. Okay, this na trend no. Esia ye omo de amai from 2004 de kopem 2016 ti na ye busasa anya bia 2020 ebe kwasei anya bia presidential no betumi asa ba bedi MPP amanyoko no ensem anase ebe kwaso agina NDC amanyoko no se senior wieye ene ebehu chade etie no nso emu enkomo eno no afa ye nhwe nkrampo ni mantem kro ha ya no ye nhwe Shai Osu Doku. Yes, Shai Osu Doku.
Shai Osu Doku nso ye bia ye ba ko a ya na ni wo ho pa na ho no no ye share from 2012 2012 so anaye 2012 so wo hwemu a empanimfo bienu a wono mu gina ye no ya na basically focus na MPP NDC because nim so my Ghana mo no come here say anya MPP a NDC though men kasa other parties no
they need them on but that is the norm they know na obetisa bibia they need them on say omo ho the MPP NDC plus the other parties.
I say, program there say many more.
I don't know if you can be ma. I don't know. So MPP NDC remu we are. Agrogu. They are candidate. Okay.
See, you Shai Osu Doku in 2012 no. Total valid votes na 30,666. And after turnout no, how much money aduoson ensia chipo enkono. Na ehono no parliamentary no ekoma NDC amanyuko no da sabre no David Asumen ena wogina mu wotimi poli man 18,089
Shai Osu Doku
Shai Osu Doku in 2012 18,089 no na acha se obubu sisi a hamu nchemu aduonum enkron ya echiripo ne yehrenze 59.0% and the original on the ticket of NPP na Daniel Dugan ono so etimi poli 6,991 na so ha munche mu aduonu mienu achiripo enwoche na je se kakra no eka ye no mo chede ma other parties na wonum ejina mu ewo hono no eti saa na ye hwe ono so said ono so ne trend no esi eti ewo ye Shai Osu Doku na fe ye ni hono enkomo eyie na fe ye hu said esi tie said afi bia no free 2004 se hono na wonum afri tea ya na so free eto aba ye ntumi fa no so trend no so but omahini so ma me ho na yan share domestic and blouse any more from
because I'm Metiano Dr. Osimhen also train crata na so train crata if say if you know we have to double cross check one we are now and they say obi atimenya akokuduro na odi ruler eti obi edi free ho no sa so na if you know obuba one we are na bibia ko abafem timi so me check ya say whilst doctor also checking there, then we'll come back to them cabinet figures, to check 2016 skirt and blouse, whether that was indeed the reality or not. But Doctor Mamu Akwaba, the person, yes, of we, baby, and I suffer the one who they have said, oh, I man was because Minya call be a meeting, Koponam say, Yamian in Ukraine, Osha about to course is too early, dear, but Ubetimia case to say, Yamian in Ukraine was let me from Paye, traditionalist forms who are holding the Onkaka, and no Yamia holding a dimuye, I was a year about to I could do. Said the political parties may only see, hey, Pano, yeah, himself by 12, the not gonna, Unyami man and Paris. Now she said, but I have far broso up to this point. I'm happy. Yami is a mere Obi a mere Makame Manka for now, and number 61. Awaiting any small skirmishes be attached to everyday elections. It made us from Anglo Odebano. Let us commission from Modern Bono Asoni.
You na me pese ya unpack na fa ne ma no ba ko bi since me kan preocupe na se me hwe nhyehyeye a won aye ye fibra ye twere din ekwan a ye fa so akoto aba so covid no wo mitrim se ne won aye nhyehyeye no ekwan a ye be fa so akan na ye wi a ye de akọ constituency na afi constituency akọ regions no so ebia regions ni bi o ma ye screen e wo ho say. In fact, constituency will be there or to the level of transparency per regions, even or no hokrano so sanity. Inti Sanya kana away a trim say be the strong room. Say be a strong room. And now I think so. Sadiana said 2016 say na yakobe na nsa na yehu ni air corner e dia yam hye kakraba. Wakasa 24 hours. Na mi gidi se obetuma ye. Kwan ya omfa so eye ade no. Eye 16 results. And to say kan no na ye 275 constituency results. Nti mu media fo ekura timi wie na yesi no enwie. Na otimi nka mo hwe. Wo ho no ma be ka mienu. Na ye twen we, na momo di kan kura de abetu dia. Enso basese no or train 16 regions. Nti ebra ye kan Asante region de na ye kan Avota na ye kan oti nti ebetimi abase ebedru nyame ya adoma enan ochina anopa no na ebia regions bebro 10 de na ekura no na ne yesra ne se mpani se aboa no de ne tugem no ontru ya woda wani nkum wo senke yese mark kura obema 60% nanso yansra urade se fe na ekobo no mienu obia ye de adwuma hye ne nsa asomdwe no. It's not an act. Peace is a process. It's an conti security for year, security for year. Yisi for no better sabre in so almost a son. Omonto aso nyesa. Yenga ye koto abano. Yenyesa media for yi boy and pass. Pania kra to form at some ha. Pania to form wo baby moka. Yang twaso sa se twaso dia. Ene e bedru ade na wie no. Me gidi se Ghana for betimi ahwe nyame a owosori anim na yada nase na no na me gidi se betimi ama ya mema ye ho ambo aka say yis na yade na amanyoko for no so ayade but let's stretch our patience but me gidi se nyame ode ebeduru ho. Well, we are stretching it and we believe say onyame adom ne humo bro. That's what makes Ghana unique. If you are seeing about which and Trump ne Biden about it. We are seeing believe that Ghana is a model. We are seeing not just a section of the world. The whole world believe that a case study on the democracy of Ghana. The beauty and the ugly faces in Ghana. Who shout him say no country where there's a certain hand here controlling the affairs of this country. We cannot give praise to anybody apart from Yehovah. And you know Yadana say ebinum crash, ebinum shares, yeah. A new 2 hours. There's confusion all over. But when cast some few hours to close it and then start announcing the original here, the one in it tells you that we are on. Now, inclusive. Now, so for the moral aspect, I buy a bathroom, any cautioner, or say, and they, as I say, a soft food binimudi or muji, yabaton, semnitima, and muda of fine. Now, yeah, you do the physical, political aspect of it. That's the most important thing. Because you say, after prayer, there should be action. So we are going to action what Osofu Makano. You say, almost me and Yoma and Sem Fatawa about to Ampa Yenye. Name the dynamics of this year's election. Electoral Commission for Ono Ankika
political party style of campaigning. Baby, I able do even any most of these polling centers and electoral commission for shame, if you anywhere try 800. Fantastic, because if you don't me sorry if you 8 o'clock, the next 35 minutes no, was my 2 baby. I feel COVID the one she share no, and pack and have they passed through Bumbo wants them. Doc, baby, I tell you, how are you seeing this election?
I say Ghana for you must be very proud. So far, I'm very happy. Say you started processing the beer courses ete. My who post to be a writers and some international media. I say Ghana election is boring. Because mobile no who say ebinum prepra intokwa or anyway. And I mean who make say yeah the nyamiasi. If
election is boring,
yeah just say. But I think Mecca says so far and the EC have done so well. Maybe talk about Legon Hall. Tembia could draw na amount lecture special dispensation. And then we could draw Ubi anyhow. I just went there now me to my one make one baby. Baby I'm for brave undona ballot box no people's room come and so why empty. Because it means Oma decentralized so well say Bibia than Aquamusene. And I'm so happy say apart from small thing, which is part of the electoral process anyway. Say there will be small little SSBIasa. And I think that is very, very good part. So the EC so far have done very well. And also the security service, I think they are doing their work so well. You say clashes yes, baby.
Certainly, but it is with elections.
It is with elections. Every election, you expect there will be recalcitrant presiding officers who may want to do their own things. It's expected.
Yes.
Oh yes, say you are flouted the.
Doc, my main focus with Kokromoti. Yesterday we say, men control ben to count for you. Say me 8, me 22, me 19. Men controls about
it's not good. It's not good at all. And it's a secret ballot. I don't know person who say.
But me to abano now for be who come say me 2 Z.
Yes.
But 2 farm me try say me 2 so no binti.
Yeah. And your work or my henny. And a free jamon and political science. Yeah, omo jisika. And omo jiji near my.
If you can't tam
if you can't tam, omo can't tam. Baby ocracy can ye di bimma na ya ka kire o se wo ko na utimi mame evidence o ko to na wa be soso enti enye bokosa enye se bia obi o ha na ne ho pre no a se ne ene na mafo de selfie utimi gina baby a na watwa bi but enkomo no kakra ka ho wa ho bibi ka ho enti ya mo nka
yo that remember what Bemu said na it's getting interesting. I understand from my team say Jehovah Witness need be akoto about Atantimantem Boaman yanko he na dey motivate you because religious beliefs are different from electoral IOT. What's happening? Just here ko anyone has a violent team maybe. Well then come right back e di tan come no ha.
Debate kakra. Na mu ho na ye nyina ye te se Ekwadonko Ghana Freedom Party. O kan say Yehuafo omo nto aba na me na do na so otimi nya aba na mo mana omo ko free searches nyina no obeyi ma free school mo na obi na mo say
me na me pa cho ma dwen tire ni say obi nko Yehowa enso so anya den on to aba so what ya say onu san so be ne den nti ko no ko aba na me ji se wonya nti nya dia o ba be di president di aka so be Yehowa for ma free school ana obeyi Yehowa for mpani fuadi. So what I say? Open go Yehowa, and so on to Abba. It's a open go was on to Abba. Me one is on to Abba. Oba said, never Yehowa for my school. And said they got on for mammy as Serena. Aban Wunya Bukura. Wunya. And Yadia will be Yehowa for ma. And they won't need last man, Mrs. Gado, Copenhagen. I'm never Yehowa for ma. And obey Yehowa for Penny Ford. I can uncle. And who need to my name is Nagan.
Okay. Now when me pacho aye akonya pa say anka ubachire machire ye hafo say ye mpa ntina Yehoafo entoba enchechire
ye Yehoafo so ntoba who say politics no obo ho na kuma mu no won pesa politics and no e come jira so ye jira so ye ntoba so what I say and the reform no adwenti mi disa the reform na bia ya no aga bia do ka say ko ka say bia Mummy and Traba, you know, my ma. Now, but no, I said, Se me nya aba na me baba yi won e ho afọ me fu school ma. Na na kufu ado kura na wote so no. Se be wono ta kunya so. Wono nka se so nya aba na e ho afọ nto aba. To be yo afọ ma e fu.
Okay. And finally me pa cho se si asa ye hu ani bi show. Na se o ria no akwakoto aba di asem na o ka kire no.
Oh, ye hu ani bi hwe me. Na so o ria no akwakoto aba. Na ko won se sa amra ne mo bia. E ni pa no na ko mo. E ni titi bia onu wanya no so do akwa de. No akwakoto aba. So ata so ka so akwakoto aba. O bi ensi ni kwan. On gon akwakoto. Ana so business won to a. O bi ensi ni kwan se chinchina wo so won to aba ntine. Abia no ko so wo ba be ye ho afọ ma ye. So ata. Se me je se me ma akwakoto a. Min kan so bia se akwakoto aba. E ma dune na me de akwakoto. So ho na se. An se wo ni da ma ne me shi. Tana se.
So the mama, now and Chebia, Adom TV for debate kakra.
We are back. You're trying to come on this one and say that's another aspect of it. We know about you say it makes it very interesting. Now, it be a team come. I'm not sure. And Chabeba also now. What to me, my friend, say crowd tell me about so bomb moon come. But doc, we come on one say now make us say any what has changed. Okay, say the 2 year bano. Okay, say the number call. Have we come to understand that? A man yourself a battle and yet say obi twi se kan etuo what has changed?
We are be a fan of the Ghanaian concept of time. The Ghanaian concept of time says obi kwa battle ni we are you ever say mfie na ebeba sisia intime kaya ta last time I ever to about 2016 we have say enra for the 7th December 2016 into that concept say look time will come so soon into munya abotre. And that is what is keeping us, and this is what is making us strong and strong and strong. And I think, as a student of the podcast, I can say, we are getting close to what we call democracy. We have been democratizing for a lot of time now, but I think we are getting close to democracy. This amount for enya antiasiese about to enya entokwa. I dream as ubi achre. Oh, when you find one when you 4 years, if ever see here, it will also be our 10. And I say, ma. It means boy home boy and be a cause of commerce.
We are named there for a political science. We are named there for your being for one area of interest. The additional creation of regions. Trends are also say bit to me at the other because normally I be what should be no. Sana na junior. But ebe komuno esi when this appears to constituency just we don't be finding in a UH and to me sisa and the regions aba. Eti obi betimi adwene preko park say 100% the MPP is on with the creation of these additional regions.
Oh, it can be the case. I didn't try because we have maybe a creating new regions here, with the exception of Ahafu, which has been which has been for NPP. No, we all take constituencies now. NDC there. But the point is that because we are creating regions now, it's expected to say they may have some little advantage or areas now we're creating. For instance, OT region, for instance, I know say the votes of MPP will go up in that region because of the creation of the region now. Western North, we are expecting the same thing. Northeast, we are also expecting the same thing. Integration of the regions now may support the government a bit, but not necessarily automatically. No, it will turn over from this party to another party.
Okay, so Reverend, you and you Otisama worker now. Question would be bisa and say, dear na say yeah quiet nimu near Messana or no you saw the concept of time. Say nipa fia say nya gidi but Ghana for near maybe SC near penisa but a boy. Baako ye 2012 abanu wie ye court na ye call ye no
8 months court
yi sa pink sheet in sem no edin some buy nti Supreme Court ruling no fine ye see ye de asi na emum adesua fi ruling no mu buy ye no se access ye to abawie na se bibi nti obi court a Supreme Court for ne say within 42 days.
Yes, from 8 months to 42.
Wamobeka can assemble nyina wie enso 8 months and ya wokan. And na say obi ehun say enye pink sheet na ye de winning election wo Ghana a polling station. Inti wo pese wo winning Ghana abato a entwen ye nka strong room wo yisi office.
Me dem tell na mo de bra me
di na me. Inti say obi afi nani say polling station ho enna eno so nenye ba de na si ayawa so no nenye ba eno so sa na da romampani commission bi a ote ye no a just say me short no ye e wo mu say one recommendation ni bi wo ho a omampani amfa ba ebra na wo mu ye tie nsam no a mu nyina mu adaroma na mo de tosuma obia tie bi no e ma ye hu say even security front no bi wana coordination ni enkoyie ni a police for ye ni a national security for ye obi nim ni aninu ya eye nti ehode adisuade bi bai mfa na no a omo bema police for security for na koni say IGP etumi gina abonten kan say national security ni bia ya nsoma ne say onkohwe abato so bakan no anka ha ne yato aba o ha na obi aba
national security operative
enti asɛm atoto yɛn kwan mu
am yɛsua de afi
nka masa nka yɛ nanso yɛsua biribi nti apart from say nipa enya gidie sɛ ene anya yi amame a ɔkyena wɔ hɔ no suahu a yɛnya no ɛno nso ɛwɔ 2012 ɛne Supreme Court ɛkɔ 2012 ɛna saa ayawa so awurɛho sɛm no
well, if you've just joined us, hi, your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power. Many yaba, Anochuaba, Anna, and paying for me, no Reverend Opuni, and after Dr. Usumen, so I can wa. Yebobu said the bear, no num pepe. I know, sir, areas Libua, there will be extension because of Bra Electoral Commission for on Acadian, they could do on them. But they may do sabre and few ones, and there's a results. Don't join our dinner at Timmy Abem. I'm not sure about Krakra Teddy. Maybe I'm Komobi about person do film quick. Now, for Yasaba back to a studios and I have to matter and come to Karuza, not sure about the dear Coco, a year constituents, I don't know, share mano, no bobo, a constituents we assume stage now or been teenage now. Until now, Barbesia and him, the Osrosa. No, to me, baby, and so many chalk come say there. There's a choice. This continues to be your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power. I'm not sure about so man, Naja, Komobiaba, how they might attract Naja, what am I?
So, you see, Juma, ye near Boafo and a sunset woman, you crave more brandy. My able to me at Nasi, who's a friend run a Jew. Yeah, and a Jinam one, Jinam, is a quadranajo. A hand, I said, Jinam walk up and say, no, quadrant crown, Yami, I know I don't crown, I don't know why I would. And what's a no Yakano? But one not time, because he said, Jira, now run off, yes, and a baby brain, on the showman, one of them. I get him up, baby. It's made the brilliant. Sabba Pepe, because I may come see a fiancé, then East. I am. Ever see a deep brilliant yesterday or more. I am not sure about the house. I'm in Parliament by Diana. Sabrina, the Anna, see a son as I bring come out of the prayer because I don't know. I got Tom Pabwa, so oversized. And then so you should create a woman can have a bomb come and then so the condition say Nquadano do no omia smart now for smarter no bronya na so as ye tie because more Christmas song nti ye ni say dey bronya bia ye tie say bronya be so oh election say omo dey abiru Nquadano ni so ba omo twa mu tan ya bronya na dey ye bedi okay so ye ni aboafo ho enkomo kakra no we funu say election headquarters Kokromoti Power jumedi dey so aboafo a wonom ekra ye mu abrane bi and Thread High Limited wo mo say quality stand up desk and our power monk one betumi ede amount 21st clinic so what na say no ahwe yade ye so sisi so pachi and what to ase de kopem wo nan no wo monk one betumi etu ase amount 21st clinic ana o see ye wo krom afi Magdan Shippings and Logistics Limited wo mo so nko ane waboafo ya wo betumi aye wo total logistic partner and afi DDP Outdoor Limited wo mo so say 7 great brands Festiva wo mo say adding flavors to your life Hepa Plus mixture. Say upese oni pedua no tumi gina brand pa na yade ye suma ni pedua betumi tu ase a wadura wo hia ye Hepa Plus mixture. Say nwumaku adama na wo mu kran mu brand ye nti yesi nkonwa ye tena se ya kopem be 8 January o man. Ye kopem say so in no. Ya entwa bre ntu ye ho so. Say de be ba na as a surprise. Ba enim say onyame ya doma 10th January and the pay mu free ha na Kokromoti Power ya so ba honyame dom dia de ye ni January ye be ko break na 7 ya saba ba ye well I'm not sure about what is all this come on ayaboafo no very important because without omonso no ye ko ani mama so ati magi brahwe ne uko osu uko mikroma hafo a ya ginsem o we are still from na nyina ya ginsem ho no ma kire wo se
eba abato on sem wo man Ghana adwumako ba kopɛ multimedia adwumako ni agye atum nti ni afra the headquarters of elections no Kokromoti Power Ghana mampanyi okoto aba wo so oni ma meka okoto aba John Dramani Mahama His Excellency the former president so okoto na ba ono ka ro tuye no bambofo ba ko bia na oka no ho no na tete ono so ni din kwa yehu ni ba so abotrim ese agibre na yehwehwe se de be ya ni din be de ebeba wo hwemu so a ene vice president ba omia so akoto no de obi a to no de akandifo no nyina to omo de we dey carry PhD General Eskin baby or two abakora no oho no nya hwe eti de hono so no ye gi ni se bi see this time around anyway because and then they say the self worker no obi a ha na ni si a aba na tia ko dey ha na tia tie ni da ye hwa bra man pan koto aba no efutu odi ma Ghana this year ene title central for
civilized people, the Ghanaian people, and as we have proved in the past, we have deep attachment to democratic values and culture. I'm not at all surprised that the process is going very smoothly and peacefully across the country. And my expectation is that it will be so till the very end and afterwards when the results are declared.
Mr. President, finally, what's your expectation?
My hope is that what I saw during the campaign was that the Ghanaian people have appreciated the work that my government has done over the 4 years. They are aware that not all the problems of our country have been solved these last 4 years, but they have seen that a government is making a systematic attempt to confront the problems and provide solutions. And if what I saw and felt during the campaign is there, I'm hoping that they will renew our mandate and endorse the work that we have done.
Oh my goodness, John Dramani Mahama Bem, Adom Bem, and Kamepe, and she will be more Makuma. They fought a good fight, I tell you. Even at our age, going throughout all over the country, it's not a joke. And no pay all because Omuhia, ye to me, say, bet me, I said, your man should be a joke. You look at their faces. John Dramani Mahama, Nana Danko Kufuado. Oh, my mama, already winners. Just that the idea, just to show us a moon in Kunim, they mun bako and fire combra net, there was a back over to me as a son and Nakoye. It is not an easy job. Into China to Tobacco Park, this was only the Oka. Anopa ewia enwumere anopa ewia enwumere ahemache anopa ewia enwumere ahemache sa enye joke doc dia wan kasa kra bia fo ni so reverend on so kra no 175 na wafa na bia fo ni so uhu se enye adwuma ketua ni nyina mu no nyame de o makwa ba the risk involved e de na mu di nsi o mu nom petrol mu togu mu kam ni pe di o machi nkwanhia risk me kra na ana ahomte no kra no ti ye danyame ase so we nyina na nkemfo no enne o mu nyina agebera koto eye abayegusu ha ye di enkomo no na mamenka say Dr. Osmensa Department of Political Science Legon one say Reverend Puni from Ponso and they call the call for recognized by Electoral Commission na ono so approve na mo my Ghana mu no so no on the and say that moral aspect no ebeba ya manyo semu yie because o mu preach wa so dem wi a sebe nyansa manfo no mu preach chom eye menne wo a ye hwe no asodin ni o man say fata wa about tum enko wono ma dia kire wa so fi anti no won ntina so fi di won tra mo tutu biem ese o mu di o mani di akire who watches the watchman ejuma no mo ye no nti asori man am okoto aba no mo no kra ye ne mo pepe yo reflect onyame asem a ya ka kire mo over the years e wa bato am okoto ni mo na suba pedi nye di atem nye se okoye kana na ne nyama bia nsem fata nye se ye show se fatu obi show fa se kan she ho enu nti no mo di akire pampi se de be ya mo so betimi aka se ahade anko yi ahade sintoba hade pepepe e yotumi ko so enu nti Reverend Kono so ko doctor so de ene ya manyo sem political inhwemu ni sa ne man cross bar graph calm down we responders we atiesim odi akirache nti onim Ghana fo yesuban nti hwe trend na o say Ghana fo afi we de o hwe omu suban na o masesa efiri se ABCD afi bia bia aju efiri se ABCD afi maburu de on ho agim and true afi about to hwe bracket age bracket na And maybe over 50%, because over 17 million and there to abano. What's your age bracket? Oh, why that? You know, because say a mabunu bracket now, a society, it is also having and will have an impact on the elections.
Yes. And
these two political parties, you know, omo post strategy saying about a mabunu edatia and a mabunu fapima. The best says these two political parties. Ebe ma mabunu who say me the pepper ekoto party A or party B. Now, area guys so okodi nkomo kakra bro to abawi ye no. Ye be call there akogina honum say Martha ni team my kradwa. Nyanko he the also catch the Ghana for and sana yaba back to Dr. Osman and ya try and come on so.
That's the usual process, except for the face mask and the corona protocols. The process is the usual process of being verified using the verification machines and then going to cast the presidential and then parliamentary ballots. And as you can see, it's quite a fast-moving process. I don't know if that's because I've enjoyed some protocols of not joining the queue, but it's been a very fast process for me. And I believe that if it goes that way till the end of the day, we should have everybody having the opportunity to cast their ballots.
Your expectations? Honorable Hassan, the MP for Boku Central and a son of peace, what message do you have for your people?
Well, everybody should come out and vote. Everybody should come out and vote. Today is about coming out to vote. I think we've campaigned, we've delivered our manifesto messages, we've crossed the country and the constituency. Today is to get out the votes, whatever you can do to get people out to come and vote. So my message to everybody is that they should come out and cast their votes. And when they cast the votes, they should go back home and hit the polling stations so that others can have access to the facility. At 4 o'clock, they can come back and witness the process of sorting out the ballots and then counting them and declaring the results of the various candidates. So that's what I can say for now. That everybody should come out.
Expectations?
Definitely, I'm the sitting member of Parliament. I expect to win. I expect to win. I mean, nothing short of winning. That's my expectation. Yeah.
There is no security around. Do you have any word on that? For the past
I didn't
almost
observe
4 hours or 5 hours.
I didn't observe the absence of security. I didn't look out for security. This is a very peaceful place, and I think the EC is supposed to make sure that there is security at every police station. So I'm surprised that there isn't one around, even though I didn't immediately notice that. This is my own village, and so I don't go out looking out for security. But you are a journalist and you have observed the absence of the security. That is a drawback in terms of the arrangements that have been put in place to ensure safety at all polling stations. So I think that if you observe that in all the other polling stations, then that's a cause for concern that we don't have security in the various polling stations. But I believe that so far the polling has been peaceful. I haven't received any reports of any violence or anything that would need serious security interventions. Let's wait and see how the day progresses. It's just a little...
Honorable, if I may ask, why do you think or expecting to emerge as the winner?
Oh, I mean, I have served my 4-year mandate, I believe, to the best of my ability and satisfactorily. And myself and my party have a very good program for the country if we're given another opportunity. And so those are the reasons why I believe that I will emerge the winner. So that's why I...
One and our Bresena, yeah, parliamentary candidates, you know, Abre Power, Miaminia, Mayaga. It's a joke, Obia, who's there, Obia, Hodeno, as well as Tepai, Unyamea Duma, by now, dinner, and that new energy to push and push well and push Ghana to well. If you've just joined the higher, your election headquarters, Kokromoti Power, yeah, that trader Ponyankupona said 2 hours. We have the next best 3 hours to round up officially to close about 1 second. But maybe a delay any day. I'm sure Omoy Omhuntia in Tiaze, and maybe a 30 minutes be 1 hour, be 2 hours, Jibeka Kawana, a Timako Kamama, Shimjaba. Bill, a fair. Ultimate shall say 11.5. Ultimate shall say 8:13.5. No. And the Ambassador Casa, who so created that atmosphere for confusion. And Timuni San common in terms of trivia and Timmy Ankoba. Well, yes, I'm back. I'm not sure about the ever call one of the constituencies, but before the ever call, now we receive issues you have about Bre. I wish that I could really massage them well for them to have a good sleep, and then take the news in whichever form that it will come to any of the candidates, any flag bearers. No, now something more to the dynamic canon as a
you. Am here now? Oh, ma'am,
yeah.
Na me piano kakra.
Yeah.
Say. Yo asante anaka nkasa bi efre no nyame ama se nyame ama na saa mpanifo mienu no a wo se wo mo bewa nka abemo nso be hye wo nkura no wo mo ye nyame ama ema Ghana wo mo ye nhira ema Ghana abako ama yo sema abako semu no ye nya ama mpanifo mienu a wo pre akonwa wo mo amatena Jubilee House se Flaster House saa nipa mienu no na wo mo mienu no nyina no Omo hu abato mu dede e wo Ghana ha na omo hu nyonyono 2012 na nado ye ne esi but eduru ba bi wose magiatum na nya nika ena nyame ye na dom na obae na yewura Mahama de ono de no ote akonwa no so 2016 na Ghana for se kohome kotena chire sa wo hwa amama bi so Uganda Tanzania bi Ivory Coast DR Congo no mu nkane na so ya ne se yempene ebi mo hokura constitution no kura ma omokwan ma omonkoted ade no am so omobekọ na we de na ne to akakonwa no so enso ono nso se sei na nyame ne omanfo ne pa makotena ekire ena se se omomienu ede esi ani na no ade a omoye de omonsa ehye sa asumdwe krata ase ekire Ghana fo ni nyina no ena meka se wo so pensuo ama wo mo a ene Ghana mansre nhira ade ebeduru o kire o se ekini ebesi bia no yensre nhira ento omo so se hwan na benya se hwan na enya enye ho na sem no wo basa nipa mienu no so meye nya asumdwe a sania omutumi pere so se anye yi amame me kotena kire aye yi amame me beditumi na omumienu nyina bia fa omo ani so ene yaba omuhire nso na yende nyame asema omo na yensre urade se ento aso sa ne nchirima ebeba kire no enfox akwampa no so na sania wo he omahina timi aka se minyensu a me bema saafo
Reverend Dasipi another about Pacho then the Wakuma so consensus be the Wakuma so ka woman consensus be 1 2 3 4 na cafe my doctor say Odisia near the chat ever had to say come. Go Dr. Trends no. Yes, your trends then be called and that's what if I crowd or the echo.
Ye kwa Sante Mantemo.
Asante Mantem.
Ukwa Sante Mantemo say and I na chairman and Chibosi akoche
47.
What's the agenda 47. Natural say akonya ba ko mani abro ma target pa no eyase wase. Muntaka. Wo mo se wo mo ji e dia ka wo mo de ho. Eti yenhwe Muntaka ho no mo enkomo kakra. In 2016 as ye share ye parliamentary no a utim say eko ema presidential parliamentary ni come NDC and it's obvious Muntaka Mubarak on one is what's be nwa no eso na valid vote na cause na 72,974 that's a turnout no percentage near 71% and it to be cause so e wo no na out of that no Mohammed Mubarak Muntaka triple M wonu etbi puli 39,095 votes ohamunche mu aduonu miensa echipo ensia and they already on the ticket of NPP Alhaji A Seidu ono so timi puli 33,000 ono kra no na tim say na margin mu nhyɛ dan wasa because we 39,000 33,000 so mu nyina wo 30,000 column
30 column
exactly into ono so puli 33,490 votes na so hamunche mu aduanan enum achipo enkono
okay
eno na MPP ni a wogina ho no wotumi enyaye so far this year 2020 and yebusa no ebekosei still ebekoso na agina Muntaka nsem anasa de chairman Benedict Chubuosi akoka se wo mo ji nkonwa ni nyina de aka wo mo de ho
yakoye kosi se wo anato aba na you could feel that Muntaka you could feel it that the Muntaka spirit is controlling as a city said there say boni mu alaji fo amutuo ni peva it said the krono nkasa no sa constituency no ne dia
o ma here matena ho kakra on say me fast wase kosi asokore mampom na me de akofi say me kokumasia
o me ni edini krama asewase New York say because aton ho nyina no
exactly why ye kwan ye wo ho no mu nyina so far
dan me nya kwanya na busa mampen da dan say na Muntaka ho no eye Kokromoti okofa Kokromoti o say me ti Kokromoti na say Kokromoti region bia onye koko ho adwuma bia no
what's up benefit
Asante Mantem koko edua ho no de Muntaka ho no so babia o
in fact sad ne de wa ya de papa wa ya de papa nti Cobra
okay so Sheikh Aremia any central for kasa yen go tie de ono so Sheikh so oba adwuma ya che confirm order of the vote was the vote of the order yes here this say obuku ya Cobra
statement is based on reports regarding the setup, the opening of polling stations, and few incidences received from 1,499 out of the 1,502 PVT observers, representing 99.8%, located in all 275 constituencies in the 16 regions of the country as at 1 p.m. today. Arrival at polling stations. Upon arrival, Kodoyo observers, 87.2%, met election officials present at their assigned polling stations. However, in 12.8% of polling stations, Kodoyo observers did not see election officials when they arrived. It is worthy of note that by rule, Kodoyo observers are not expected to arrive at their polling stations at 6 a.m. are expected to arrive at 6 a.m. Therefore, not seeing election officials upon arrival does not connote lateness on the part of election officials. Most of the polling stations, about 72.5%, had the required number of election officials, that is 6. Another 18.6% had 5 officials. 5.9% had 4 officials, and 2.3% had between 1 to 3 officials. In other words, in some of the areas that we went to, you met all the full number of expected officials of EC, which is 6 in number, but in some you met the number below what is expected. In 98.2% of polling stations where Kodoyo observers are located, electoral officials respected their status as Electoral Commission accredited election observers and permitted them to observe the polls. Kodoyo can confirm that a few of its observers are experiencing network challenges and have not been able to send their information. This accounts for the shortfall in the number of observers indicating they were permitted to observe. Kodoyo observers indicated that 91.8% of polling stations were set up to allow voters to mark their ballots in secrecy. They also reported that in 94.4% of all the polling stations were accessible to the persons with disabilities and the elderly. At the time of setup, Kodoyo observers reported seeing polling agents of the two main political parties present in almost all polling stations, that is MPP 99.6% and the NDC 99.1%. In 50% of the polling stations, none of the agents of the other parties and independent candidates were present. Kodoyo observers' reports show that 92.6% of the polling stations had the sensitive materials available, i.e., the ballot box, ballot papers, indelible ink, voting screen, validating ink, ink pad, endorsing ink, tactile ballot papers, etc. However, 6% of the polling stations were missing. However, in 6% of the polling stations, there were missing tactile ballot papers. In almost all the polling stations, that is 99.6%, Kodoyo observers reported that ballot booklets had serial numbers in numeric order. Kodoyo observers could confirm that in all polling stations, that 99.6%, the presidential and parliamentary ballot boxes were shown to be empty, sealed, and placed in public view before the commencement of voting. Kodoyo observers reported seeing stationed roaming and stationed security personnel in 85.3% of the polling stations. Only 14.7% of the polling stations were reported to be without security personnel. The police topped the list of security officials deployed for the election in 60%, and that is 60%, followed by the uniformed personnel from other security services, that is 24%, and the Ghana Armed Forces 6%, and the National Security 3%. Kodoyo observers' report showed that security personnel were unarmed in 62.1% of the polling stations. Nearly a quarter of the polling stations, that is 23.2%, had armed security personnel. According to Kodoyo observers, 1% of polling stations had 3 biometric devices. In 84%, there were 2 biometric devices, 14% had 1 device, and 1% had none. Reports from Kodoyo observers show that voting generally commenced on time. By 7:15 a.m., over half of the polling stations, that is 65.5%, had opened. Another 29% opened between 7:16 and 8 a.m., adding up to the 94% opening by 8 a.m. The rest opened, that is 5.5%, opened after 8 a.m. Kodoyo observers found COVID-19 safety protocols in display in most polling stations, i.e. thermometer gun, 95%, hand washing facility, soap and water, 94%, hand sanitizers, representing 93%, and scanner swipes, 78%. Less than 1% of polling stations lacked these protocols. Reported incidents. A number of Kodoyo observers have reported some incidents relating to the process so far. Some of these incidents include non-compliance with the COVID-19 protocols, harassment of some voters and polling officials, and non-functioning of biometric verification devices. For example, at Mangwam polling station in the Lower Manya Krobo constituency in the Eastern region, supporters of the MPP and NDC were hanging around the polling station after voting, trying to convince voters to vote for their party. In addition, unofficial members were being allowed to the cordoned area to speak with EC officials, which halted the voting process for about 5 to 10 minutes. Apart from incidents submitted by Kodoyo observers, Kodoyo has taken steps to verify other incidents reported by our fact-checking collaborators, that is Dubawa, Ghana Fact Check, that the Pen Plus Bites, and the Media Foundation for West Africa. Such incidents include the issuance of ballot papers with some candidates missing. This was confirmed in one polling station in Ewutu Twene in the Ewutu Senya West constituency, and the Alhaji Salam Grandin Mill polling stations in the Boko Central in the Upper East region. Conclusion. From the foregoing, Kodoyo in this preliminary situational report can confidently confirm that the arrangements put in place by the Electoral Commission for the setup and opening of polls were adequate for most polling stations. Kodoyo is continuing to receive reports from its network of nationally deployed observers and will continue to release updated reports. Finally, Kodoyo appeals to all Ghanaians to remain calm and be law-abiding throughout the country and continue to respect the COVID-19 safety protocols. Thank you. If there are some questions, we have some of our members here who will help to answer the questions.
Coalition of Domestic Election Observers, Kodoyo, Anna, one also do one in some Abetuje, Alaji Akasa, na Obone Tofa, they've observed that Ampa, Nyoma, BINSM Fata, Bakum, Unumi, and Sebi, SCCC, Ewo Miami, one asa Jia to me say, a Miami and be on ma, Erika Kawada, about 20 Timmy and Shasi, a year and 10. But Uchani, you know, Obone Tofa, or say, ebe to sabrea no mi no ba pa mu pepepa eye wono ne yedi san komo wedie omubetimi Kodoyo adwumaku no betimi sisu dua se electoral commission adwumaku no de sese wono ye bia ma abatoi emutimi da ho fan na bia kokama ne de wono enhwehwemu ne de ebe to sabre de bibia nam ne kwa so pepepepe na ode adesede ato Ghana fo anim se yenkoso nka akomato yem yanko ne breo boko yema basa ye no emra from kura kopim se bibia bana na wie ya ebetimi ehu akandifo ahodo a ewom na yatoa yamamu Ghana eso bia kokama me twa adwa baso se Dr. aye of punifrimpon ewo hanum saying of panyimpa ewo ha sanso na ene aye Dr. Usman sanso ewo hanum say political science department Japon legomu ana owo onyina ewo ha onebo me nkomodi no atimako na afi minimi niaba eye anochiwa banso ebe onu su gina fidikasi ni mu na oyeye nchiremu be so odi akogina asawase nkomo no a ye onu su cheche mu kire so no kwado watena open na ohwe de adanse ya na odi fa mu ntaka na mesuma koye kosi se open na mesuma hwe de course no a nyame anim dikani na ahokaye na de ya won se high kwa wuntimi ni komodo do na Asante mantem kura na shebejafo ni bi kura no acknowledges that odi bibia to nchen the fight to take out Muntaka and bring in the MCE for Asawase on the ticket of the New Patriotic Party no in fact eye okun a eye abrane eko I'm not sure about it's not a joke. Minister doctor at the ABA on also analysis, but because we don't call for me to be called down by 1 week. 88 yeah, the answer for she the association didn't come out. Yeah, the better for to but Muntaka told you, as you need to. Nyajuma ketwa.
Nyajuma ketwa. Before God and man.
I had to say there, Oko Dina, a year Canadian Japan, now so Ukutuno. I had to say the opposite of the apple. Aqua Santimantem. You see another 7 wonders of the world, you know. Muntaka to the end. But I'm not sure about member doctor, if you have about Reverend, the Reverend boy, the social and moral aspect of our elections. Whilst many doctor, a year, Usuman said, yeah, you see a manual seminar, you see in Kates, you may. Inti ye ne pampe e wo hanom sei uka se sentroni ntimi nyam anesema nye no kore sentroni amanyo soma be ne se wo de ye mrakuni ne constitution no be fair, bold, objective na fire wajuma na busa the right questions to a year or guest inti no ansem ane doc ase wasen komo o de akwa o hwe trend na percentage nde bia da no e wo ho na bia o se first 139 the oben 33 we share share nya ibia sa ba temu 6,000 7,000 8,000 nya djuma ketwa temu pa ba wo hwehwe mu ne wo bia wa ben wa manse mu no aswasi city no u charge di se bre bi beba ana bre ni nie se MPP beje every NDC for especially when chairman want to say operation 47 or you're overly ambitious, Anna.
47. Anyway, as a regional chairman, that would be his objective. But I think.
But then this is sat here on my program. Belgium should say, if Ashanti region, Omunya less than 8 seats, then Ombesro about 217. That's another
aspect of it. But to be honest with you, say 8 super the
Ashanti region.
8 super the wedding. But in the case of Muntaka, we hear Juma Muntaka aye pa ewo. This recent study yakoho na data not say people still like him. But people love him if you want to put it in this context. But I know say NDC, MPP for so any average didn't say Jesus seat no if in him. It is the only thing that I know they are doing is the other parts, not as one township. The other baby I was say Kokromoti same baby district capital no. As a Kokromoti for that's why I know say MPP for any average say they want to work there so much that they'll be able to manage do area house so they can match up here. But they will work now Muntaka ayewo constituency one there. But as a student of podcast and this is type of people that we need. And we have more parliament as well. But as a podcast party, they always want to count the number of seats that they have. But we have former now we have anyone to go now it's a Herculean tax. Because we have data now you quality or honor. Still no, people still have Muntaka. Except that people are coming from Bemon for Fibia, different Nyamia, vote Womonteho, and Yentimene Womankasa, or views no, maybe different from what is
strategically, almost flag bearer no. John Dramani Mama chose to ramp up the Ashanti regional tone, Muntaka, and our share crowd now, a bit Gina, former president, the flag bearer of the NDC, Sawasi. You could feel that. Yes, Muntaka indeed is in charge of that constituency.
You see, what happens is every party biano, every region biano, or city will have at that wakomaso. Say a friend place will have NDC, but it's not too important to the NDC, and it's also not too important to the MPP to say as one. As much as MPP when you say Ombejino, NDC was yes, so that the Ombe not just losing one seat. But losing that seat, is a big thing for them. And I think the NPP should say winning that seat, is a very big thing for them at the end of the day. It will be able to say, okay,
remember what Beka a large in for some but I'm not sure about Abasa or the Alpha constituency back quick. As about the door commercial there.
Okay, yes, I'm a man, see a bank, Pumpuriman, not ye call a year. You can see a shiny cyber do baby a baby a home gunung or the Cooper saw the assumption of the concert. No one the baby a home gunusana, if you
anke akọ ehia so no ze ho de obetima predict atro na we de be wasa da ko fe do Nilante Banaman and Nilante Van der
say in the course of campaign no me kayan ya that sorry Sunday na video be trending na Ghana man penny mistakenly instead of endorsing Nilante Banaman we say yay man can you
ya go agro ye di be na di ye no
yay man can you the crowd cool me no Nilante Van der Poel dia me meti Nilante Banaman o dia ye on say edin is say Nilante Banaman
na te so mo ye niafo Matisse on fi abusia krom ti Nilante Banaman Nilante Van der Poel the only thing that they be adam because a ma mo beauty is they do nice things we say kitire bi sebe bo na fe ade bia yeah anti but come also what
money come mra tell me but
okay so yenko kode phone some da tuja kode phone na a certain picture which shows say no kureni Ghana for boy homodin electoral commission for boy homodin but for few obi kote paper bi obi a film obi ko adin nim nipa bi eso mo sha sentem mo man sha sentem no o sha o kan nyina sie ni a ya tra o ha mu nchemu e biokono 90 which is very very encouraging in fact a percentage of 5% for some of these human ACs here in Shada and Trasumuye. Reverend, what you saying?
You. Yenso so Juma Kodeo yen yenso ye ne fa ebi me ne uti he nyina yenso ye wonkrofo a onso e ma ye ne yehu na ne ma ye hunu bi ene ne akodeo e boso ese na abato yi ne ma me ensa na ejina ye nimu a ye sre urade so onye ya dom abato no a de ye Kokromoti kotim no ena ya to awie no se fa ne saka don hwiri mi yenu ne fa na kire se ye wi a ye kan no ena fei ye de resource no ye de ne a wadi nkunim aba no se ne ye befa so abo se ene wo so ebedi ntwo no se ne wo befa so adi awerehwo no eno ne hia nti se no de
o te se bo de kwa matra ye bibia wi makogina ntwo die no ene nkurudie die ho na se mo de mo ho de
se ye nya hu se ne vote no
bibia
ko kama no
aka de odi ntwo ne die
ese efi ase ehwe ehin na ye duru no ye be kan na ye kan no eho etimi de basabasaba parties ni bebre ho a enipa polling agents no sabi o the quality of the agents ya na wo fam ebu o mu mesua wo fam ebu a CI 127 na ye de to aba no on kan wanti ase for instance say who try 324 figures 324 West now try 324 THREETWOFOUR enya de kro figures 324 any West 324 324 a different from 324 now agents ni bebre no sabre krebu o matia sikrum obu o mo de no kwa no pano a otena ho kakra bia no okone nam ni ba bia nwumran 5 na ye be kan no na waba nti ni ma course no ono ankasa wa hu nkrofo de on be ka kire no no o mehwem o mo wa yese no na ode ebe kasa na ye wie no esese o mo twen na wo mo sign no o mo sign
minchano am se me yesa di win tempa na me kai wona ehwe nyina ne se enche ye be ko eye regions yenya information say nyoma bi ashase unity eba kakra pa ya ye bono onyame adi nkunim awieti de bro nsam ye bia no ye de beto nche ba de yenya signal say nkoma ahodo bi nso kokoso o ye ahafo ene bunu east ene bunu na ma memfa sa we ntwam ahafofo wo de mo nhwe me na mo hu mmobo ye mpa bibia ensem fata bia wa ahafo bunu foi yesremu ana bunu isi fo so yesremu because ye report bi ba na ye mpese ye beji atum nti no ye twa me hu se sa na ti ansa na yetimedi sa enkomo no nti afofo modaroma nana no matna kunya chief communansia o man hina biru adutwu amorosa ahemfo ahodu amo afo nyina ne bunu isi nyina no monkeka mo ho na hu se ye de danso bunu kan ko le se buru hafo ye de yenye basabasa ba kokra ti mu nye na dance ye pamfiri ho mra nti nkomo na ye be firi ho aba no Mejidi se be nko. Professor Abaso. Now, quickly, one see come on odi na me de pa quickly. Ade ba ko ehia me pa ne say asawase de no, is it because of the person Muntaka or is because of a development or the about?
Development na or the about no aso omani pa. That's one of the reasons why people are supporting him. When the Muntaka Tama Oba first, no, he started, your mind wasn't too well. Oba minister, and say, well, later, no, development about no, I think, say, I want for Gina to pass, say, this is the man we want, and he's representing our interest. Now, why do we vote? We vote because we want development. Now, I vote what about money, the development, Abrewa. What is your reason for changing him? Apart from that, you also appeal so well to the constituents, no, various Islamic units now, or no, say Muslims, no more different. He appeals to them also well, and that also is giving him a lot of this. Salad draw in fasting Ramadan time. So
in elections, relationship is key.
Yeah, relationship is key. How you relate to the people now? They were ordinary any boys, no any nam kromana. He doesn't see himself as a me honorable, and I'm so moment from where. Into that also works so well for him as well.
Okay, then fast forward. I'm not sure about the age now. Ododo impression so. Wakasa say Neil Ante Van der Poel, Neil Ante Bannerman. I quite remember that MPP knew TBGC and they were called Aibonte. Yes,
in the year 2000.
Yeah, 2000. And also skirmishes under which are I don't know, I know who be being all the time. A man yourself. Satan na eslosu dia ayibo teta na eslosu ana se na eslosu omuko Abuja na pomo e ko bro mo Satan
after that
after that okay so ayibo came and then
in the year 2000
okay and then Nila Tebeji
ayibo take na Makata
okay yes Makata yes
Makata na Makata fi na
among for Bako
yes na
I see why that constituency they be surrounded in that BBBS said there's something to be broken. Myth be why?
Constituency now is have a long history. That constituency has a very long history. But to cut all this short now, that constituency we are one of the strongholds of the NDC. Very stronghold. And then a man for an Ajia to say, yeah, party if we in podcast and party identification. The Oma identify say this is where we have been identified and this is what we are doing. And into amount or more any NDC who so much because yeah party send your call by to say Domeko Benya and people can say yeah party no also man who say yeah party nti ye be obia or hobia and I say why part of
but this time did the electoral commission get it right with the definition of a resident, partial resident or full-time resident or what because Nina tell you onya with the registration was that nipa bi nim kran te ho omo ye adwuma ho keke but electoral commission chire mu na about who a resident or non-resident or partial resident or whoever is no I say we adwuma ho kwa now would you say Samuel moving forward as a man we need to get a better clarification said metiha me adwuma multimedia over 8 years ni and so nya hana meti nemon bribia da from ahemachi to enumere nonum ahaya na mewo
or even beyond
the krahaya na mewo enti me betro media eno na timi koya consider mo bi say chin o ma me to de no na otia o de o adwuma o an say ni sa no yes, a clarity.
You see, I consider because I am for who baby are omotu omabako. Number one, I want for who say what interest be in the constituency in terms of struggling for leadership. And I cover some but ordinary voter or that constituency where people don't have issue with. But I think say it's time say clarifying it so well say who didn't this is what qualifies you to be a voter here because for instance, University of Ghana, you know, say, me maintain campus war, and so me talk about campus because I spent all my time on Legon campus. Just I said, meda hokeke. We at 10 p.m. I'm still on Legon campus. Me Juma. This I know to me I'm not a resident there. At the end of the day, just a matter of because me na holinty. But as you have said, it's important the electoral commission can very clear to explain to Ghana for say. Because a resident, say net here. Now, I'm for yes, or more preventive, I'm for simply because a cell group will go for no one to mammy. It may not quite be so a papa or never push them out for the constituency so that may struggle or not to win the power, no, it will not be so hard.
I'm not sure, but I remember I was not maybe last constituency and Sanya Minister for your but there's an interesting angle to surprisingly Muntaka didn't go super up. We busa a question of whether his person or the development in the constituency. Obisubaka said, naturally, the Zongos are for the NDC. Who did this MPP to penetrate Zongos? Well,
this is what they try to do with the setting up of the Ministry of Zongos now. We say your Ministry of Zongo, the Zongo Development Fund. But I don't think in the last 4 years they have been able to do enough because the problem has been there as a structural problems all since independence. So we trace the history of Zongos. Zongos be a settler place among Fofi baby ba ombe home keke. And our town a develop into this. NDC have managed to have very strong hold there. But it take time before MPP can have a very strong hold in the Zongo as well. Because the development now it takes time before it can resonate with the people. Okay,
Dr. Usumesa, thank you so much. But I'm not sure about and some family go to another controversial constituency. We are sad the major one better. I was not because they say the text message is there, but no. You are because I mean who's a mitigaso. The TV now. Constituency be anyway more haka krameti me predictions kakra.
Ah, upe de mu ha. Ese kaka de mu ha nkwa nke ntra ho. Ye ka de mu ha nke ntra ho.
Edi dey na adu bisa ko biem.
Wo de anya hwe ma mfa nkwa baabi a obabadwo kakra.
Okay.
Ye wa abra asebu kwa mankese.
Ah, na wa not sure but they okay. Nti wa officer they okay.
Una say what there? Oh.
Abra asebu kwa Felix na. Felix ni young man be also incumbent, you know. Incumbent. Elvis. Felix and Elvis. Elvis don't go. Okay, good. Oh, well, emu should have is here. Oh, should have to me kokoko so go.
Once me power. We say election headquarters in the Kokromoti Power Center so Sabuafa wo bukwa ye mu abra na e Thread High Limited also quality stand up desk and after 21st clinic na ye wo krom Magdan Shipping and Logistics Limited was your total logistic partners. DDP Outdoor Limited, 7 great brands. Festival was adding flavors to your life. Pepper Plus mixture, say for your general well-being. When you have wafa wo mukwa ye mu brand ntia yesim konwa na ye de Kokromoti Power dwumede esomo. Say constituency anasa about 1% ye de ani etremu no. Eye fifi mantemo ebra asebu kwaman kese na so 2016 afimpino eni dunsia no emua total valid vote no na gina 43,923 and a turnout no hamunche mu aduasiansia and say 66.0% na sabra no kunu kogina Elvis Donko and afa Samuel K Hayford bonomo entem na Elvis Donko riding on the ticket of the NPP and Samuel K Hayford no so riding on the ticket of the NDC na yansha said the trend no esi etie ewo honom a trend where the am from 1996 at the bepim 2016 next 20 years at the end where the am no na in 1996 presidential no kojina NDC amanyoko ni dimo wo munya 59.9% and after 2000 no kojina MPP dimo kojina 56.0%. 2004 so MPP sa we presidential ewo abra asebu kwaman kese ya we nya 53.0%. na say we the 2000 to 2004 one percentage ne so say because 2000 56.0 and 2004 na 53.0. na say 3% bit every honum 2008 and as akomiano edane ya san babedi NDC amanyoko ne entem in 1996 ne kra NDC no mukuta 59.9%. 2008 wamo sa afagina ekuta ye no makodu 61.0 NDC yes presidential in 2008 NDC na rene wo 2012 NDC na rene 2016 NDC na rene but then in 2016 vote ne so percentage ne so te ekojina 49.0%. Esote because 2012 na 58.5% and in 2016 ekojina 49.0%. Eti dia na nkoso ye dia na wo mo anye ne ye nti presidential wo so wo kita ade na nso esote ye yenhwe parliamentary ne so kakra in 2016 no wo mo eto ne skirt and blouse presidential no ekokojina NDC dimo with 49.0% and a parliamentary no ekokojina MPP dimo with 50.6%. Enti sa wo hwe parliamentary has ye betima ka say ye ka swing regions and swing constituencies na ubetumi e de abra asebu kwa mankese aka ho de enti de say 96 2000 parliamentary na ye NDC 2004 parliamentary yokojina NPP yes and 2008 2012 parliamentary sa kojina NDC and 2016 MPP sa fakutai it is here de sa emfie duoni ya to aba eye emprensia yi ejina ho no mo a parliamentary seat no NPP ekitemu mako 9 NPP ekitemu mienu afi NPP nefa and NDC nefa Omahini over to you.
No, Kazana. So over to me. Your cousin, you like to be.
I will say what. You Mori.
Yeah. Very stubborn, hardcore area.
Yes.
In fact, ne janka sanda wankasa.
Yes. Mori. You Aswansi, Abakrampa, Asebu.
Okay.
And a district captain in Ekahom. Now, where Moria, a very strong area for the NDC. A very strong area for the NDC. For you to win election in the, say unya zones, nubia, kakra. In 2016, I'm not surprised NDC won, but still the MP managed to take because the personality Nipana Ujinano. That's also very important because Ujinano, you have NDC, so my classmate na age name. Inti memo modena matwaman minene ne kwa sorry but nyone president no na presidential candidate no ne kwa sorry inti nipa no ho dono inti ba ko mienu na abo no amanatimi awene ene ma no ba sa no but because of the general wind of change in 2016 no ene ma presidential votes no drop it to that extent ema NPP so it's me back up to that extent no now there is one of the constituencies that is called a toss up. It's a toss-up. It could be either side between Felix and Elvis now. It could be.
So even now, it could be.
Yeah, it could go
Elvis or Felix.
Felix, it could be because it's not strong because usual zones now. Obia na holding. Into a sebu no na ya na omo decided say omo call left.
But Felix is coming across as more of a national person, more than a local boy, because who call Krono should not heard the omo cancer. Felix or your asset for Ghana. Felix or your asset for Ghana. Or your local boy. You know what I'm
It can be, but the point is, Obu Hana Sebia we NDC near. We are national asset, all right, but it's between us and them. Into NDC near, even though Felix is a national asset, no, I was so because me NDC near and original for maybe party. And away a local boy, also original for also any party. It's even though it's a national asset, no, as every year local boy, only my mom for month will be any so the party identification will play some significant role in our constituency.
All right, so Mamen Kosonka say election headquarters Kokromoti Power Anna Augustua Oshi quickly Mamen Kanwe Emma it's about the alleged tampering of one or two things the electoral commission for alleged cases of tampering with presidential ballot papers. Information reaching the commission indicates, this from the Electoral Commission, Ghana. Information reaching the commission indicates that there have been isolated cases of presidential ballot papers being tampered with in some polling stations in Ewutu, Senya West, and Boko Central constituencies. The commission, working with the Ghana Police Service, has identified the suspected officers and removed them from post, pending further investigations. The general public is informed that the presidential ballot paper for the 2020 general elections has 12 candidates. For a correctly thumb-printed ballot to be considered valid and counted, all the presidential candidates must be on the ballot paper. The commission entreats all its staff and field officials to let the truth guide them and integrity preserve them as they continue with this important exercise. We also urge political party and candidate agents and the general public to be vigilant to ensure a free, fair, credible, and transparent election. This is coming from the Electoral Commission, Ghana. Reverend, say with the is it nice? Is it good? A message?
In fact, MPP the na what top we sign now we sign no free now we sign a free number 2 no na enye na mum eye say yi sinama ne ho aye ha na wan apam nipa kro no efi hode no ama police for eno na wan ama ya wan anye huhuhu sa asamba na huhu wate na eno na edi abufuo no
ya shase kika
na fe say ye kika ko no miensa na ka don hwiri mienu na afe sabre no kan no a nso enim sɛ nyame behu yɛ mobile masa saa bere kɔ na ya na mbre bi atwam no wo ma mokotentam ballot boxes de hwehwe fam de moto kɔ ha adwen no saa bere na yɛ wo mo ebre no nti sɛ wo ma obi tete sɛ yɛsisi yɛ party wo aha na pani bi ama no ho anye ha ɛno na wo mo boabo wo mo ho ano na wo mo kɔ polling station hɔ kɔ yɛ basabasa no ti ne yisi no ayɛ no ɛyɛ na me toa so sɛ ade na yɛ nneɛma miɛnsa na yɛyɛ abatoɔ no ba ne kan no saa bere ne nipa be fi ase akɔ polling station hɔ sɛ bo no num no a ɔmo kɔhwɛ na hɔ obi a ɔkɔ no mmara no makwan sɛ kɔhwɛ but enye ntɔkwa mo kɔ boaboa mo ho ano akɔyɛ patapa afa pink sheet nsɛm no a 2012 ne ade be haayɛ no aha na wɔn a ɛkan ne wɔn a ebu a yɛ kan wie ya ne se ne party adi nkunim no twobei na wɔn kɔ ɔntwɛn ensan ana yɛ se ne party adi ntwo na ne buafu na ɔde abufuo no kɔ na ebi wɔ hɔ ne onim nyansa no na meka 324 3 wo de 3 foforo hyɛ ne mu a ɛdane 8 enti sɛ wo wanto bo ase na 324 no wansan na sɛ yɛse walusu nti buafu na wokɔ a ne wa wini no de 324 na wini ye ba wo be kwakoduru constituency no na 324 na dane 824 because obi de 3 baako de isi anim ha 8 wahu nti sabre na vigilance no ni breni eso obia fi nani omo kan no say aha na ese because omo was tire omo de kan a se wan hwe ya ase no ani say wa tu ba wan hwe ya de kro no de kire mo no unhu ni ye enti sabre na vigilant yen a ye observation pooling agent na party agents no nye omo adwuma ye eniema de court sem no ba no aha and start
so party agents should be working
but ebi wo ha sabre ya chiche wo musika obi wo ha waje aduane edi obi wo sabre wajeje envelope
mo tin sunsun so de bro man ase
aha amahini afei ni dawro na ye bon ye nyina e ka sumdwe na sumdwe no and drop eye process ni awo ye eye share responsibility ni awo ye ni ameme ye nti yesi ni ye na adwuma wie na wo party de wakotena ho sei hwe me ye nkan ye kan wi ahwe me ye ntwere ye twere wi sensan ansa na wakopuli a constituency office na sabre bi obi fa da bi di white envelope bi a hyawensa ye wie ya wan hwa me ya nsensan na wokọ what create legal challenge amaye
nyina
so na ye to aso ye beduru ho ye wie so celebration no a ye no nso esi efia se
ko fa moto enfa bia monti e be people me party de
nkuni ebi kura polling station wodi nkuni wo polling station a enchese wodi nkunim constituency enchese wodi nkunim region enchese wodi nkunim national
okay minority leader kasa how na ntia we wa so ya kutie how na Idrisu one of our refined politicians and
ahead of the formal declaration of results we do not find that acceptable. But I just hope that is one of the many straight talks of bicycle riders not to believe it. But should that be the case, trust that we will respond appropriately since that will be promoting unlawfulness in our electoral processes. We've heard that, for instance, in some coalition center, whether at Karaga or Gushegu or Nantong or Tolong, in some other areas, including Tamale Central, there may be somebody declaring that I have won, even when the person knowingly knows that not to be true, just to preempt the process and hope that a court will endorse that. We don't think that we would accept that outcome.
Now, you are so confident John Dramani Mahama is winning. Sometimes it may seem so, but what if it turns out that he doesn't win?
So long as the sovereign will of the Ghanaian people are respected, I will respect it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Quickly, yes, Uncle NDC Mashimi Janiba called George Lowe on an assessment so far. Into the embassy here.
I have monitored the process starting from go through whole west to knock down, a bit of plan and let me say my candid opinion is I haven't yet witnessed any major incident. There have been reports here and there, we try to verify, and if it's something that is a bit forward, we try to talk it over. So far, we haven't seen violence. I haven't experienced violence anywhere I've been to. And so, let me say that by grace, so far, so good.
A lot of people are envisaging a very peaceful process. What about it?
Well, I think that we are, as Ghanaians, we are noted for peace. We are noted for going to elections peacefully. There may be one skirmish here and there. We heard about missing names. I've been called from Accra. There are parts of the northern region where names are missing. In actual fact, to South, I hear in one police station about 22 names are missing. I don't know how the issue is going to resolve that. Over here, the major problem started yesterday when the issue took a statement that the South region were not going to go to parliamentary. So we're a bit apprehensive. For Hokwe, so far, so good. Well, I have monitored the process starting from